Hey everyone, it's Daphne from Scrap and Create, and I just realized I got interrupted a couple of times and I actually wound up constructing this page when I wasn't recording. So I'm going to go over what I did. Fortunately, this is a very simple page. So you're going to start with a pocket, which is down here, and this pocket is 9 1/8 by 3 1/2, 9 1/8 by 3 1/2. And you're going to score 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Now that measurement is based on the fact that I have an 8 1/8 by 8 1/8 inch finished pocket page. Now if you're using 8 by 8, you're going to drop the 1/8 inch off this and make it 3 1/2 by 9. And then score 3 sides. And that's the same up here. This is, I gotta double check. I think this was 3 inches. Yes. So the second pocket, which is actually a pass-through, it doesn't have a closure on the bottom of this pocket, so that we can put something in that'll go all the way, pass all the way through the bottom. This is 9 1/8 by 3. 9 1/8 by 3. Now what I did, I'm going to show you. So basically, I took a piece of paper just like so. Now you're going to come, and it was after I, scored and turned in the 2 edges. You're going to come up a 1/4 inch and put a tick mark on both sides. Then you're going to miter that corner, and that's what's going to slip inside this pocket. And I am going to make one just so you guys can see what I'm talking about real quick, what it's going to look like. So you're going to score 1/2 inch, and then we'll score another 1/2 inch over here at 8 1/8. Okay, so it's going to be this size. Now that you've got your 2 edges turned in, straighten it back out. Come over a 1/4 inch, which is about there and there. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but they need to be the same distance on either side. Then you're going to cut from that mark over. Actually, I need to cut more. Okay, so now when you fold your corners in, you can see you've got that little diagonal right there. That's going to slip right inside this pocket. And then because you only mitered the last 1/4 inch, it's going to slide in that 1/4 inch. And then the hinge, the flanges on the lower one are going to stop you from pushing this any further. So you're going to slide it in, and it's going to stop on its own. You don't have to measure it or anything. It will stop. So it's important to make sure that those are both in the same place, 1/4 inch or a little more, just that they're even. Otherwise, your pocket will go in crooked. So that's even. You've got your tape on both sides. You're going to slide it into that pocket and remove your tape and put it down. So that is how this second pocket is created. And I've used this, what I call pass-through pocket, before. So if you're not new here, you've probably seen it. And if you are new here, I apologize that I didn't actually construct that while I was recording. Unfortunately, it does happen that I get distracted by life and miss some things, but I did want to go over that. So again, this is 3 1/2. The bottom one is 3 1/2 by 9 1/8. And this one is 3 by 9 1/8. And the reason that this isn't 3 1/2 is because we're not closing the bottom end of the pocket. We're making it a pass-through, so it doesn't need to be that extra 1/2 inch longer. Hopefully that all makes sense. And that, my dears, is page 2. We're going to make some inserts, so I'm going to take a break, line up some things, and I'm going to get that ready so that I can also show you how to build what we're going to put in the pockets. Hey y'all, it's Daphne, and I'm making an insert for page 2, and I'm going to do this color block, and this is, let me tell you what size it is. I think I did 7 by 7. No, 7 So it's 7.5 by 7, and then I had these scraps left over. I didn't even have to trim them out. I actually decided what size the mat would be based on the scraps that I had left. And this is going to be the large insert that goes in the top pass-through pocket. And if you're curious, I will tell you that the bottom piece is 4 inches. And again, it's just a scrap that I had left from part of the construction. So again, I designed my photo mat around the paper that I had left over. Okay, and now I'm going to add this. And I think I might need to straighten that out a little bit, yeah. So I'm going to trim just a sliver off this edge. If I can find my pencil, I will mark it. I need to do some housekeeping because I can't find anything right now. Actually, do I need to? No, I don't. I just need to ink it and put it in. Looks like I did a good job to begin with. Okay. Okay, so that is going to be the larger mat. It's going to go up here in the top pass-through. There we go. I don't know what it was stuck on, but something. And it needs to go down. There it goes. Okay, so that's going to be our top one. So we're going to create a new or a separate card, I think, or some type of a bifold. I'm not sure. To go in this lower pocket. I've got all these cut aparts left, so I'm probably going to feature some of these in this pocket. I'm going to try to use one that I haven't already featured on a different page. I think I want to use this one. I like this one. Okay, so now my plan is going to be to make whatever I make, to make it large enough. I'm going to extend the bottom of this so that when it's totally tucked in that we see a good portion of this card. So I know it needs to be about 5.5, 5 1/4 inches tall. So I'm going to design something. When I come back, we will put it together. Okay, so my second insert is going to be a bifold. And it's 10.5 by 5 5/8. 10.5 by 5 5/8, and it's scored in half. And I came up with the size based on this cut apart that I want to use. So I am going to add this cut apart. And it's going to go right here. And then I'm going to do some color blocking to fill in the balance. Okay. And then I'm going to use the flip side down here. And this will make for, I mean, you could easily add a little 3x3 photo here, or you could do some journaling right here. So I think I'm going to use this to, well, maybe not. I don't like it's not enough of a contrast. I've got a lot of this white fur paper left. I think I like that maybe a little better, a little bit more flow. That looks Doesn't look like it goes with the snow, so I'm gonna find something that looks a little bit, here. I like this. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this out. I'm gonna butt it right up against this so I know where to cut it. I still haven't found my pencil. Here it is. I'm gonna trim it right there. Okay, now we need to figure out how deep to go. And then whatever's left over, I'm gonna put on the inside. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing in here. I'm going to put that strip up here. I'm going to double check that. Didn't seem right. Does not seem right. But it is, okay. Okay. Okay, and now I went ahead and while I was trimming these out, I just did two because you're going to do the same thing for page 7. So you'll need to double up on all of these. Okay, and now we'll put this together and you'll see how, because we added this little 2-inch strip, which by the way is very easy to put a title or some designation about the photos that you might have inside. Right there, great place for journaling. And it tucks in and then it raises the card up high enough that we get to see this design element. So, and then this is just a nice large photo map for you. There we go. Whoops, getting hung up on something. There we go. Okay. That is it for page 2. So you just repeat this process for page 7. So let me tell you the measurements one more time. 10.5 by 5 and I would say 5 5/8, but really you want to make it the width of the card that you're mounting. And then the other one is 7 by 7.5, 7 by 7.5. And that is it for page 2. And you're going to repeat that process for page 7. I'm not going to do that on camera, but in the walkthrough, you'll get to see how I've chose, which card I chose and the patterns I chose to go with it. Okay, thanks everybody.